We're here at the Prudential Center after the Pirates' exhilarating 87-81 victory over the number 20 ranked Creighton Blue Jays. I'm JP Prue. This is Keith Egan. And Keith, to start out, what was the success of tonight's game for the Pirates overall?
Well, you have to start with Gideon Carrington. 41 points. It's really just all comes down to that. They had 87, he scores 41, and they needed every single one of those points, but not even stopping at the points. He had one turnover in 38 minutes of play, and that's something that you haven't seen. He came in struggling shooting, and he came in struggling with some turnovers. The whole team was entirely, and they came together and they proved themselves that they can show that effort.
He also had 7 assists on top of that. That's key. He was getting his teammates into the game. Now we're going to rebound off that. How do you think this will move forward for Kadeem in possible future games?
Well, he was struggling coming in, so it's important that he uses this to move forward and keep scoring these points, especially in this homestand when you have Villanova and Xavier. He's going to need to play well. Maybe not 41 points well, that's a lot to ask for, but he's going to need to put up points and needs to get the assists. Assists are very important. They've been low in assists, and it really gets everyone involved. He had a huge effect on all the scoring today, either from his standpoint or from his teammates. He got everything going.
And while we're at that, we're going to go straight to Kadeem right now.
Okay, Kadeem, with an electrifying performance tonight, how do you feel your game was affected being back within a home crowd?
I mean, the crowd, I feed off the crowd. You know, my last few games I've been playing well at home, so I just try to keep it going tonight.
And how do you think you can keep this momentum going towards the end of the season with this home game stretch?
Just staying aggressive, keeping everybody on their toes, just keep on attacking, and I think we'll do a good job of finishing the home stretch.
And how did it feel to be back in your groove, back, making those shots, getting those steals? How did it feel to be able to contribute to the team that way?
It felt great. My teammates got me the ball tonight. I knocked shots down, and I stayed aggressive on offense and defense.
All right, thank you so much.
So for tonight's win, I really think defense was the key. I know they gave up 81 points, but I think the big factor is Ishmael being back in the game. How much effect do you think he had overall?
It's really an effect that you can't see unless you are watching the games and unless you have seen the ones that he hasn't been there. Because when he's not on the court, it's just a different team. He brings a different intensity. And even though his stats may not be the wow factor, 2 steals is important, but it's not something that you would think to see from maybe your best defensive player, especially in a game where he had so much impact tonight. But just diving on the floor, making the plays, because once Ishmael started making the plays, Gideon Carrington added on the defensive end too. He had 4 steals of his own, had a big steal at the very end of the game on that one to maybe seal the victory, you could say. And when they started diving on the floor, Ishmael kind of led that charge, and it really came together in the end for them, and he had a big part to play in that.
Absolutely. He is the heart and soul of this team, and you need that heart and soul. Last year we had Derek Gordon, but we do not have him back this year. Ishmael needs to be there if they want to make that run to the NCAA tournament. Now we're going to send it over to Ish right now to see what his takes were on the game.
Thanks, guys. Dylan Sherman here with Ishmael Sandesh. Ish, how's it like getting back in the court in an 87-81 win?
It's lovely. I miss playing with my brothers out there, and I can't wait to go back out and play the next game.
And defensively, how do you think you impacted the game?
I was just active all over the place, getting deflections, steals, rebounds.
And now looking forward to Saturday, what's the key to adjust to Villanova?
Just we got to go out there and compete. That's it. We know their game plan, and they know our game plan. It's going to come down to who plays harder.
All right, thank you so much.
And now we're going to start talking about the big man, Angel Delgado. He absolutely dominated. He's going to be a lottery pick, Justin Patton for Creighton. What do you think Angel's success was, especially in the second half?
It was really probably the most important part of the game that a lot of people maybe didn't realize is that Patton made plays and he made athletic plays that he's going to make, but Delgado used his power, used his rebounding skill to put himself over that limit. He had 17 rebounds total, and that just destroyed where Patton was in the rebound statistics, and overall Seton Hall out-rebounded them in total. So really just in this overall team effort to beat the number 20 team in the nation, you see the shooting, you see the defense, and Delgado had it down low, and that's what made it all happen today.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now we're going to look forward to Saturday. It's a big day. Everyone knows number 2 Villanova's coming to town. Do you think they can do the impossible and knock off number 2?
It's going to take a lot, but you have a nearly sold-out crowd here at the Prudential Center, and you have a team that played well today. So if Delgado can put up the rebounds and put up the points, if Carrington can stay hot from the field, and if the defense stays where it is, they can get it done. It's going to take a lot. It's going to be a crazy game. It's going to take a lot of emotion from the Pirates. But if they want to be the team that they think they can be in the tournament and going forward, we'll see how they come out on Saturday.
And last question, think they make the run to the tournament?
I think we're going to find out a lot on Saturday, how they come out. I think they have the talent to. I think that today is a big win for them, especially the way they shot and the defense, because it shows how they can play with these teams and how tough the Big East is. But we'll see in the end.
That's going to do it from the Prudential Center. I'm JP Prue. This is Keith Egan. Stay tuned for more coverage on Pirate TV up to the big game on Saturday.